championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead.
Minute remaining, and they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Irving. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good! Kyrie Irving from downtown!
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
Yes, yes, yes. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Taproom Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan Stacks on Stacks Lads. Joined with my guys, Mr. Big Ball and Ben Larson.
Yes, sir.
Swerving Irvin Washington. How we doing tonight, fellas? Super Bowl Sundays are wrap.
Doing good. It was a great Super Bowl. It played out exactly like I thought it would.
All I gotta say, cry, Eagles, cry. Eagles fans, y'all are bitches.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna take this. Take your tears down right now. Ooh.
I'm trying to post this real quick to Instagram.
Ooh, and your tears taste like bourbon. Oof.
Yeah, man. Irv and I were on last night, our final recap of the night, and we literally, like, I'm not gonna sit here and say we had the script, but we basically scripted this shit out. We literally said the Chiefs were gonna defer the coin toss, the Eagles would score, they were gonna lead at the first half, and the Chiefs were gonna come back to win. Because if the Chiefs were leading in the first half, I mean, this game would have been over. Because the Eagles don't play from behind necessarily well. They've only trailed in the second half 5 times, including today, and they're 1-4 in those games. Their only win is against Indianapolis. So this is a team that is built from playing from ahead, and you heard the broadcast multiple times. They said, they were surprised Andy Reid, didn't take the ball first because of that fact. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, the Chiefs had the ball. They could have had the last possession in the second half. Mahomes gets hurt, which kind of muddled things up a little bit. But if Kansas City goes in the half tied and they have the ball the second half, I mean, you're looking real good if you're the Chiefs, right?
And why go against your game plan that you've been using all year? Well, I mean, he did go against his game plan. He actually ran the ball today, but. Like, why go with the thought process of deferring that kick instead of taking it?
Yeah, no,
it's something that you've done all year. You've done previous, and it has always worked.
I think getting the ball in the second half is always a smart decision. You know what I mean? Because you get the and to be honest, I mean, the Eagles dominated time possession in the first half. I think the Chiefs only had the ball for like 7 minutes in the first half.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's what happens when you return a fumble for a touchdown and you don't have to worry about your offense getting on the field. So I was kind of frustrated with the, commentators about that because of, them going back and forth to that. It's like, yeah, of course. Like, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. No, it was a great game, though, man. It was one of the best Super Bowl. I mean, honestly, we've had a lot of good Super Bowls. Irvin and I kind of talked about this last night, too. Like, a lot of the Super Bowls have been really good in the last few years outside of the Rams-Patriots Super Bowl, which was, like, terrible. But even that was a one-score game going into the fourth quarter. But that was awesome.
Hell of a lot closer than I thought. That's for sure.
This game?
Yeah.
I mean, it was it was like a pick 'em by kickoff. I mean, this was like.
I know. I thought Kansas City was going to come out a lot stronger. I didn't think the Philly offense was going to be able to do much.
Ben, Kansas City don't blow teams out, dude. Very rarely do they blow teams out.
I didn't expect it to be on a last-second field goal for them to win the game here.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. You got to give the Eagles some credit. That Jalen Hurts is a damn good. He's proven to me he's a damn good quarterback.
Eagles played a lot better than I thought they would.
That defense is good. It's just they finally ran into a good offensive coach and the best quarterback in the league. So,
well, Irving, good segue here. What's the best team that Eagles beat this year?
The Niners without a quarterback.
Okay, so aside from the Niners without a quarterback, what's the best team they beat this year?
Shit.
Didn't we talk about that last time?
Cowboys.
The Cowboys with Cooper Rush.
With Cooper Rush, that's a. I was, man, you like you said, they was 31 DVOA or 32, and the Niners was 30.
31.
Yep.
Yeah, both those teams didn't play nobody, but that's the thing is like, so you look at this, and Jalen Hurts did have a good game. Don't get me wrong, like he did. That touchdown pass to AJ Brown probably should have been picked off if we're being completely honest. Probably changes the game a little bit, but you know, you look at this from the Eagles' perspective, right? Going into next year they have to play a first place schedule, right? And they were 1-4 in games they trailed in the second half this year. 1-4. Yep. They only trailed 5 games in the second half all year. That includes today. They went 1-4. So I don't know how you project that out long term. Plus the fact that like now they're gonna have to pay Jalen Hurts. There's rumors that like he's gonna be getting a $50 million guaranteed contract per year. I mean that because the Eagles' strength is their depth, right? Jalen Hurts had an MVP type year this year. Part of the reason he had an MVP type year this year was because he had the best offensive line in football. He has Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert, Miles Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell, a lot of good pieces around them, and they have a great defense. So once you start paying that quarterback, how does that look like long term? Before we get to all this, before you answer that question, I do have to mention we are being brought to you by Tavour. Make sure to go to Tavour.com or download the Tavour app straight to your mobile device. Use promo code TAPROOM for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. That's craft beer delivered straight to your front door. You don't even have to leave your seat. With that being said, Ben, I'm drinking some good beer. I'm having a fucking phenomenal night, obviously.
Oh, absolutely.
What are you sipping on?
I mean, I had to change the way that I was going to be coming at my beers tonight. I've got a good sour for later in the show that I was going to start with. Now I'm coming in with a hazy IPA because you're doing a hazy IPA from the same brewery. Going Great Notion. Going Augie, which is a 7%er hazy IPA from Great Notion coming out of Portland, Oregon. I bought it for the can, not gonna lie. It's a super dope can art. Coming in at 7% too. It's a little high for a hazy IPA, and my next one's gonna be high too. But
nice.
What do you got?
I am also drinking a Great Notion. This is the So Wrong It's Ripe 7% hazy IPA. Great Notion, as well as you. Yep. So far, so good. Definitely tastes like a true hazy with the pineapple citrus type flavors. So
nice.
Definitely looking forward to it. Er's probably drinking some Henny or something.
Oh no, I'm not drinking tonight. My team wasn't in it.
You should be celebrating though, dog, because we. Night.
You know, I try not to rub it in people's faces. But,
I do.
You know, I do it. I'm doing it. I'm gonna do it on Facebook. I'm not gonna do it on the podcast, but you know,
nah, rub it in.
Nah, dude, we've been sitting, bro. I sat here all year long, and I said on a neutral field, the Chiefs, the Bengals, and the Bills were all 3 better teams than the Eagles. I said it all year long. I put my money where my mouth was this week, dude. You know, I put my money on the Chiefs, and they won the game.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we do deserve to celebrate this, Irvin.
Oh yeah, it's just, you know, nothing is better than a slice of humble pie.
That's facts.
Now, can some people be humble like me? Fuck no, I can't be humble because I'm just talking shit regardless. But you know, you had a lot of Eagles fans that just thought like, oh yeah, we got the best roster. We got Jalen Hurts. Oh, Mahomes. The Chiefs can't play defense. You know, they was talking a lot of shit, and they had an easy ass road to the Super Bowl. Like they didn't understand that they beat the Giants and they beat the Niners with no quarterback, and now they had to play the best quarterback in the fucking league. And I tried to tell them that y'all wasn't gonna run over this team. It wasn't gonna be easy. the great equalizer is having an elite quarterback. Even if your team does have the better roster, you still got to deal with that quarterback on the other side. And the Eagles played a damn good game. Yeah. I knew it was going to be close, but at the end of the day, when you got a quarterback like Pat Mahomes, it's basically like having a more athletic.
It's the best quarterback in football, dog.
Yeah, a more athletic, a stronger arm, and a more accurate arm. And his name is Patrick Mahomes and not Tom Brady.
Yeah, no, he's going to be the greatest quarterback of all time when he retires. And I mean, the crazy thing is like if you look at the box score, and you were to tell me before the game that the Chiefs win and Patrick Mahomes only throws for 187 yards, I would have been like, bro, you're crazy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And like the fact that they did that.
And Hurts throws for 302.
Yeah, and like
no fucking way.
Like we were talking about before we started is the Eagles dominated time of possession. I mean, they absolutely they had way more time of possession. I mean, what was the time of possession? 35 to 24 minutes, dude.
Let me look it up.
Yep. Yeah, 35 47.
But the big thing is that the Eagles only were able to rush for 115 yards. And that's what the Eagles do well is they rush the football. And the fact that the Chiefs basically shut them down. I mean, there was a few fourth down conversions where Jalen Hurts got out, was able to convert fourth downs and or third down and longs and stuff. And I was on the discipline of the Chiefs, but outside of that, I mean,
the two biggest plays of the game, that fumble for a touchdown.
Yep.
The only turnover of the game led to points. And that terrible punt by the punter led to a 65-yard punt return.
Yep.
Those two plays right there can totally change the game.
Totally. I don't really even think it was that bad of a punt.
No, it was a terrible punt because he kicked it down the middle and it was low. All punters are taught.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Well, all punters are taught if you go kick it low, you got to kick it to the sideline. But well, kick it straight and low.
That was a hell of a return too. Like I just don't want to take anything away from that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not taking anything away from it, but the reason why the return was the way it was because of the putt.
Not only that, but
it's kind of like when Deshaun Jackson had his walk-off punt against the Giants. You can't kick it low and straight to the punter because you outkick your coverage.
Yeah. But at the same time, like both these special teams, both of them, the Chiefs and the Eagles, two of the worst special teams in all of football, to be honest. And it ended up rearing its ugly head for the Eagles, you know what I mean? And it almost reared its head for the Chiefs. I mean, the Butker missed field goal.
Yeah.
Arguably could have cost them the game.
Yep.
Right? So I mean it is what it is. The Eagles like we talked about in the last night in previous shows, like we thought the Eagles would lead the first half because that's what they do. They dominate the first half. And the Chiefs, they're able to play from behind because they have a phenomenal quarterback, right? A great quarterback.
I also wanted to give credit to, talking phenomenal quarterback. I do have to eat crow on Jalen Hurts. I did not expect him to come out and throw this much, on that shoulder. And I was impressed with his arm tonight. Not gonna lie.
No, he had a great game. He had a great game. He had a great game. He's just not Patrick Mahomes.
That's true.
Yeah, he earned his contract. If he keeps playing like this, the Eagles can lose a couple pieces and still be good. Now, one thing they got to do, they got to keep that core offense together. I know that offensive line is pretty much locked up for the foreseeable future. They got Smith on a rookie deal. I think they already gave AJ Brown his money.
Yep.
Now the thing they're gonna have to worry about is their defensive players.
Yep. Defense, and they're gonna be losing, Lane Johnson heading towards retirement, Jason Kelce also heading towards retirement. So
Did they make a decision yet? I know they said they was gonna contemplate it in the offseason.
I mean, the fact that both those guys played at a high level this year, I doubt they retire this year, but I mean they're still like, they're on the back end of their career. They're not
definitely.
They're not young guys any longer. But the Eagles do have the Saints first round pick this year. So they have a high draft pick. And they've been stacking talent. I mean, that's why they are as good as they are, is because they have a lot of depth. They have a lot of talent and a lot of depth. and they have depth in key positions, which is their defensive and offensive front. But at the end of the day, you know, you have to have great quarterback play. It changes everything.
So, want to talk about the contract for Hurts because he's got what, 3 years on his contract?
He has 1 year left on his rookie deal.
Okay, so that's the free agent in 2024, and they're expecting contract around 50 million for him.
Yeah, he's gonna get it. And
what does that do to that team long term?
I mean,
does that put them only at another?
Because a lot of their good players are on rookie deals, so well, it might cost them Hassan Reddick because I think he might be a free agent.
Yep.
But does that put their window only at 1 more year?
Nah, because they still have Josh Sweat, they still gonna have Brandon Graham, they still gonna have Jordan Davis.
Brandon Graham's a free agent and he's getting older too. I don't think
he's gonna be a free agent too.
Yeah.
Well, they could probably replace him. They can still have Josh Sweat. I think they might lose a DB or two because I don't know if they sign Bradbury, but if they sign Reddick, they might lose. I think Gardner Johnson might be a free agent, and I don't know. But I think Bradbury signed a 2-year deal. I think so. It's definitely gonna make them have. They're gonna have to get constructive with the cap. But the thing that's saving them, like their super duper talented players, are pretty much under contract outside of Hassan Reddick.
Okay.
Yeah. The one thing though, I agree with Ben though is I do think, or not agree with Ben, but leading to Ben's question is I do think that this may have been their window.
Yeah.
In the sense that like once you start to pay guys, you're able to pay less guys, and the strength of the Eagles team has been their depth, right? And now next year we talked about it leading into the show. What was the best team they beat this year? The Niners without a quarterback. Right, the best team they beat. Aside from that, they beat a Packers team at home who was not good. They beat a Vikings team who was over Cooper Rush team.
Yep.
They're a good team. Don't get me wrong, they're a good team, dude. They got to the Super Bowl and they hung with the Chiefs, right? But at the end of the day, next year they're gonna have to play a first place schedule, and now. You still have Jalen Hurts for 1 more year on his rookie deal.
Yeah, he's getting signed this offseason.
But his deal won't kick in till the next year.
Yeah, till the year after.
So I mean, they still have 1 more year of like really being able to capitalize on their depth, because their depth is the reason why they're here.
Well, they got Reddick for 2 more years.
Yeah, but then you got to sign Devontae next year after the year after that.
No, they just got Devontae. He only been in the league 2 years.
No, I know, but the year after they sign Jalen Hurts, they're gonna have to sign Devontae.
Yeah, no, they definitely have a lot of decisions coming up.
He's not going to break the bank though because he's not a number 1. He's a number 2. He's not a free agent he's not a free agent till 2026. So yes, 3 years.
Okay, so he's got an extra year on that contract. Okay.
No, he's still under contract for a rookie year, but I mean, like they got decisions to be made. Darius Slay is a free agent. Lane Johnson's on the last year of his deal. Jason Hargrave is a free agent. Jason Kelsey has he's a free agent. Brandon Graham's a free agent. Fletcher Cox is a free agent. I mean, they got a lot of guys who.
Yeah, Bradbury's Cox is probably gone. That's why they drafted Davis.
Bradbury's a free agent.
Yeah, Davis got to stay healthy. But do you think? But honestly, as close as they got, I think most of those guys are gonna want to run it back.
Maybe, but sometimes it's like the great.
Slay is probably looking to get paid because
this is hella old.
His last contract, so he probably gonna.
There's no way he's getting as much as he got this. He got 17 mil this year. There's no way a team's paying him more than that.
And that's what I'm saying. So he probably get between 12 and 15 mil a year, and he probably want to prioritize winning. So I think he might come back for sure.
I'll say this: the great Joe Torre once said, "You never stay the same. You only get better or worse."
So where does Philadelphia have to get better to get over this hump of beating?
Well, I mean, I think that they You know, they got 2 draft picks. They got money. Right?
I just think they got to stay at they can't get significantly worse. So they stay at the level they were this year, but you got to factor in next year. The NFC was down this year.
Yep. Yeah. And they're going to be playing the first place schedule.
Been in probably 10, 15 years. So do you expect the NFC to get that much better? And then they would definitely have to stay at a better to get a little bit better, stay at the same level. They got to keep surrounding. They got to if Jalen Hurts stay on this path, if he builds on this shit, we probably got to start putting him up in that conversation, top 6, 7, top 10 for sure.
Shut the fuck up.
But if they lose Lane Johnson and Jason Kelsey, that's 2 huge blows.
So you've got. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, what was the difference in the game today?
The quarterback play.
Bingo.
Running the ball.
No, quarterback play was the difference in the game. One quarterback didn't turn the ball over at all. He also didn't have the ball that much, and when he did have it, he capitalized on possessions.
Yeah.
The other quarterback had a significant turnover, which led to a touchdown. And Jalen Hurts, you know, he didn't turn the ball over much this year. He was very good with turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's what made him significantly better this year. Which is why I continue to say, like, next year, they have to play a first-place schedule. They're going to be playing a much tougher schedule next year.
No. So do you think, I mean, I don't think their receiving core can get that much better with, you know, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Goddard.
They could add a legit, because Watkins is more of a speed guy. If they could add like a
true slot guy.
A true slot guy that could definitely make that offense better.
Would that be to replace like Pascal?
Yeah.
No, Pascal is just a blocker. Everybody knows when he comes out, it's either going to be a screen or a run or maybe a quarterback draw like that. We know that dude is not a threat at all. So,
and he always be fucking committing offensive PI, and they finally called it today. I
haven't seen that call damn near all year. And you know, as an NFL wide receiver, this ain't college. You can't just run and block a motherfucker before they throw the ball.
Yeah.
Oh man,
they finally called it this year, bro. Or today.
That was a dumbass penalty too.
So does that mean offensively you can upgrade in their rushing game?
Yeah.
I think there's an upgrade too. I mean, I think you can upgrade Kenneth Gainwell.
This is a real heavy running back draft. I definitely see him drafting a running back because Miles Sanders is going to be a free agent too, and I think he's gone.
Yeah, he'll probably.
Somebody's going to pay him. Somebody's paying him big money.
Okay. And he probably doesn't want to stay there because every time they get in the red zone, they just run Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, that's true.
He's probably tired of that shit, bro. Like Varsity Blues, dog. He's over it, bro. Why y'all? I do all the work to get down here, and now y'all don't want to give me the fucking ball.
Yep.
Philly fans bad as a motherfucker.
Oh, they
said this is the reason why they lost too.
What's that?
Someone
the
posted a
script.
A photoshopped. They posted a photoshopped version of.
So they said whoever made this shit, count your fucking days, nigga.
Oh my god! Hey, the script came pretty close. So it was 38-35 instead of 37-34.
Yeah.
But yeah. But another thing, if KC gets another wideout or two.
Yeah, Sky Moore's gonna be better next year too.
Yeah, and they're saying that outside of what's the dude name from Ohio State? I can't never pronounce his name.
Jackson Smith Najiba.
Yeah, Jackson Smith and Njimba. They said outside of him, like all the top guys might fall to the late first, early second. And if the Chiefs get like a Jordan Addison or the dude from TCU,
Johnston, nasty.
That's gonna be nasty. So, and they clearly, outside of Kelsey, they clearly need to upgrade those offensive weapons. So,
well, I think their top. Do you think that's their top priority here, or do you think it's going to be getting defensively?
Not because defense are young, dude. They had a lot of rookies.
Defense is young, but they definitely need another corner. Mm-hmm. I would say definitely get another pass rusher because Frank Clark is getting up there in age,
and he's fucking dumb as dog shit.
And you're paying him top dollar. I think he's making like between 15 and 17 million a year too.
He should forfeit that money, dog, because he almost cost the Chiefs a game today.
Yeah, he didn't have his best game today for sure.
Talking about having his best game, holy fuck, Nick Bolton. We haven't talked about that.
Bro, he's hella good, dog.
Yeah, we've been talking about him for a majority of the year. Nick Bolton's a fucking dog. And
8 solo tackles, 9 total tackles, a touchdown.
Bro, he had 182 tackles this year. Broke the single season record for the Chiefs. When he came out of Missouri, I wanted the Cardinals to get him because he's a legit middle linebacker. Like he's like what you want in a middle linebacker.
He's like a poor man's Patrick Willis. So
yeah, is maybe more athletic though.
Denver got to pay him twice a year, and even his rookie year when we played, I'm like, who the fuck is this middle linebacker? And I looked it up like, then I went back and watched his college tape. Like, yeah, this dude's a dog. So
I can't believe he slipped as far as he did in the draft.
Yeah, I know. He slipped all the way to the second round.
He's nice, bro. And the Chiefs got George Karlaftis, who started coming on at the end of the year. He was hella nice.
Yeah. So if they get another pass rusher, I definitely think they need a receiver too to help complement Kelsey. Sky Moore probably is going to be better next year. They probably won't have Juju. They probably have to choose between Juju and MVS. They probably keep MVS because he has the speed.
He's also cheap.
You better draft him early next year in fantasy because I think he's gonna break out next year.
Yeah, oh my god, Irv, he's a dog.
Yeah, so him. So I think Chiefs probably need to get a receiver. I would say get another corner because McDuffie and Thornton and Williams, I don't know what the fuck they be thinking when they in coverage.
Well, McDuffie, I mean, he had flashes this year, and like he's a rookie, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but he got to start turning his head around more consistently.
That play on that AJ Brown ball, that should have been a pick, dude.
That was that was bad. But I think the Chiefs, they're not going anywhere. They got Mahomes. Oh, yeah. 2 Super Bowls in 4 years. They've been to 3 in 5 years since he's been a starter. Multiple 5,000-yard seasons.
And they're gonna go next year too.
2 MVPs, 2 Super Bowls.
They play in the easiest division too.
2 Super Bowl MVPs. Like, man.
Did he win the MVP? I didn't even.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he won MVP. So,
bro, I called it. Dude, we said it last night. Like, you can't take anybody else for the Chiefs other than Mahomes.
Yeah, so it's just fucking sucks.
Should have been that plus 18,000.
This dude is in my division.
Yeah, that's the rough part. Okay, so another question for you guys. The comment to Andy Reid that he's getting up there in age and that it's going to be time to hang it up pretty soon.
Bro, Andy Reid's younger than Bill Belichick.
Well, yeah, no, I don't think that's actually the case. But how much longer do you think Andy Reid
is going to coach until Patrick Mahomes is no longer in the NFL?
I was just going to say at least until Patrick's contract, his 10-year contract is up, right?
Yeah,
maybe. Or, I mean, like, he has predecessors. He has Eric Bieniemy and he has Matt Nagy there too. And like, you could shit on Matt Nagy for what happened in Chicago, but you know, at the end of the day, like he had Mitchell Trubisky, and that's not Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he has predecessors there, and you know, there's always the thing with Andy Reid is there's a lot of Andy Reid disciples in the NFL today.
Oh yeah.
So if he were to retire, there's always opportunities for other guys to come in and take the job. And, like, I do think Andy Reid's getting older. I don't know how long he's going to want to keep doing this, or at the end of the day. Like, we could sit here and say that he's going to stay here till Mahomes retires. It's probably fair to say that. Like, I wouldn't bet against it. But, you know, who knows, dude?
Yeah, but he's not like, I wouldn't say he's overexerting himself like he was in Philly, because he was the end all be all in Philly.
Yeah.
Now with the Chiefs, of course, when he first got there, he was the play caller. He was basically the OC, the game plan and all that. But now he's trusting his guys to run their program. Of course, he gonna have the final word, and it's his system, so he knows it like the back of his hand. So I just think he's the ultimate CEO now. As long as he got 15, I don't think his job is that hard. So I don't see him leaving no time. So unless the wife and he just wants to spend more time with the kids and the grandkids, then I totally get it.
Bro, his kids are like our age, bro.
Y'all know,
I mean, did you see his grandkid out there after the game?
But his kids is his kids, bro. You don't give it. It don't matter how old you get. Your kids you still look at your kids like your babies. But I just
one of his kids worked for him at one point.
When it's time for him to hang it up, we'll know, because he'll start hinting at it, or or he'll just come out the blue and say it. Like most coaches, they want to go out on a high note. Now, let's say the Chiefs win 2 or 3 more, or maybe even one more, he might consider the thought of retiring.
Yeah, he was on I forget what. Oh, he was on FS1 this week.
Mm-hmm.
Though, like one time I watched FS1, I watched Speak for Yourself this week, or Speak with
Yeah, I only watched it because Caleb Williams. I saw Caleb Williams was gonna be on there.
Joy Taylor and company, and Andy Reid was on there.
That's your girl.
It is my girl. And Andy Reid was on there. They were interviewing Andy Reid.
Calm your ass down.
And she asked him like about like how the Chief, like how this season's played out and going forward and stuff, and Andy Reid said, like, when you got 15, things are a lot easier. It makes up for a lot of things. So I do think you're onto something, in the sense that, like, as long as Patrick Mahomes is playing, Andy Reid's probably gonna want to coach until he like can't anymore.
Yeah, but in 2020, the same year that they won the Super Bowl LIV, which is what, 50?
No, that's
55,
49.
40,
yeah, 49.
Oh yeah, you're right. He was extended to 2025.
No, today was 57, dude.
Yeah, so 2020 is 55.
Oh,
yeah.
55.
54.
Yeah. So he was extended through 2025. So does that mean he's
50,
likely
Super Bowl
going to
54,
get, and he's
first
making
of
10
all.
million
It was Super Bowl 54, first of all, before we give people messed up on their Greek
IV, yeah.
numerals.
Who gives a shit about Roman numerals, man? I
Yeah,
can't
me
do
neither.
it.
It's like when I see motherfuckers with Roman numerals tatted on them, I'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but shout out to that Chiefs fan. They got that big ass leg tattoo that said 2023 World Champions.
Yep.
The day after they won the AFC Championship.
Well, shout out to all those all those Eagles fans
that got the same thing.
you got stones the size of the Pacific Ocean, big dog, and I'll never do no dumbass shit like that.
Yeah.
No, you gotta be stupid as fuck to do that. All right. Should we take a break here and then get back in and talk about some futures for next NFL season?
Yeah, I gotta get another beer.
Man.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll hop back in here and we'll talk some futures for next year. Alright, we back. But Irv just walked away. That's all good.
We're gonna talk about our beers anyway, so
yeah. Well, hold on. Before we go to that, funny thing I just read on Twitter: Tyreek Hill left all this to go down south and get underthrown by 8 yards 6 times a game.
damn, cold-blooded. He got paid though.
He did. It's crazy though, because I mean, Mahomes lost Tyreek Hill and probably had his best year, if we're being completely honest.
I think that was partly because he could spread the ball all around the field this year.
He wasn't forcing it.
Yeah.
As great as Tyreek is, and it's just I could have used one more
too, because the Chiefs offered him $27 million a year, I think 27, 28.
And they got Sky Moore, dude. And I'm telling you, dude, Sky Moore is about to ball out next year, bro. If you are a fantasy football player, take Sky Moore next year.
Yeah, I mean, you can even take him in a couple rounds deep too.
Oh my God, someone just posted this too. The list of QBs the Eagles have faced this year. Ready for this? Y'all ready?
Dun, 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 dun.
Kenny Pickett, Davis Mills, Taylor Heineke, who they lost to, Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan, who they almost lost to, Malik Willis, Daniel Jones twice, Justin Fields, Cooper Rush, Andy Dalton, Brock Purdy for one series, Josh Johnson for a quarter, Davis Webb, and Dak. And they lost to Dak.
Y'all see the memes about the...
this is from a guy from Philly, too.
Yeah. Y'all seen the memes from the halftime show about it being... was it Mario Party?
Nah, but I do know that, obviously Cherie's a big Rihanna fan, but she wasn't too happy with the performance, to be honest.
I didn't think it was great. I think a lot of it was lip synced, and at least the first half, and it was obviously lip synced.
I just think it wasn't that good. Like last year's halftime show was way better.
Well, I mean,
you can't compare Rihanna to Dre, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, and Eminem, bro. that's not.
Yeah,
those are four
who? And Missy and
50 Cent.
Yeah, those are
50 Cent. That was
he was there.
That was $1 last year.
What?
50 Cent was $1 last year.
That was 2 guns last year.
It don't matter. You can't compare Rihanna doing a solo act by herself. To
but why she didn't have no, like? Why was there no?
Because all her features were people. Well, the two songs she could have brought out Kanye. You think NFL told her she could bring Kanye?
Yeah, but she could have brought Jay-Z out. She could have brought Drake out. She could have brought a lot of people out.
Maybe all those people didn't want to be in it. I'm pretty sure she reached out to them. Most people never.
Well, I know Kanye. There was no chance when she played All the Lights. I was like, "There's no chance Kanye's coming out here."
If Kanye would have walked out, this would have been the greatest halftime show.
It would have, but there was no chance Kanye was walking out there, dude.
Shout out to Kanye. He gonna get it back in blood too. Adidas is bringing him back.
Adidas bringing him back too. They lost $2 billion. They said by dropping Kanye, dude.
I think about that interview. He was like, "You can't cancel me. I'm uncancelable."
He is uncancelable, bro. He's crazy, bro. He's crazy, but
here we go. All the Eagles fans, shut the fuck up. James Bradbury in the locker room. It was holding. I tugged his jersey. I was hoping they'd let it slide.
Oh,
yeah, I posted that on the SSA. He said it, bro. He actually held him twice on that play.
Said it. Yep.
Yeah, I posted the pictures.
If they missed the first one, they definitely wasn't gonna miss the jersey pull because that's the dead giveaway for holding. You can't pull the jersey, no, under any circumstances. Pulling the jersey, they're gonna call holding.
Yep.
Can't do it. He's lucky he got away with it. One of them, not both. And they also held Juju in a drive earlier before in the game. Cost them.
Sorry, I'm just the things that are coming up.
No, this is real time reporting, Ben.
We got some more real time reporting. Travis Kelce was a two-star recruit out of high school. Had one division Power 5 offer, which was Cincinnati, because of his brother, and went in the 3rd round. And now he's arguably the greatest tight end to ever live.
Arguably, he is the greatest tight end to ever live.
He is, yeah.
I can't put him over Tony just yet.
I will, because he is the best tight end.
And it's crazy that they're both on the same team.
Yeah, but One more year, then I'll put him over Tony Gonzalez.
Bro, he's only behind Jerry Rice in postseason
I know
reception and catches.
one more All Pro, and I'll have Travis Kelce as my GOAT tight end. Even though he'll never be my number one tight end, that'll always be Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, I love Shannon Sharp.
And you know what I'm happy about is that my tight end's number 2, close to number 2 in the NFL right now.
Kittle?
Not all time anything close, but
Kittle's not number 2 no
Kittle
more.
ain't no
in the NFL.
Nah.
Absolutely.
No,
he's not better than I got Andrews over Kittle now.
No, Andrews is maybe Andrews 5 years ago,
and Waller.
Yeah,
maybe Waller when he's not hurt, which is never.
Bro, I'll say Trey McBride over George Kittle.
Trey McBride, give me a fucking break.
I'm telling you, dude, Trey McBride's about to light the league on fire, bro.
Yeah, but he's not number 2 right now. So
Kittle's not number 2 no more.
Kittle is number 2 right now.
No, he's not.
Right now, number 2.
There's no chance he's number 2, bro.
Who's better?
Waller
and Mark Andrews.
Waller at the top of his game, but Waller is.
I'd also take Dallas Goedert. Well, no.
Yeah, Dallas Goedert. Give me Goedert.
I wouldn't take Goedert over. I wouldn't take Goedert. But it is funny, like George Kittle was like on the fucking like this dude is declining majorly until Brock Purdy became quarterback. Then you got a quarterback that started throwing to him, and it was like, oh, George Kittle is alive.
Quarterback that's gonna throw the ball.
He actually does exist. Hawkinson's nice too. I think he doesn't get enough love. I also think Noah Fant is hella good. He just can't block.
I saw a dumbass take, one of the dumbest takes I've ever seen in my life. I'm going off on a tangent, but on TikTok the other day, I had a dude try to say that Dallas Clark is a top 10 tight end of all time.
How? What was the reasoning?
I gotta send y'all the video. I'm not even gonna try to make sense of that. Dallas Clark was even better than Chris Coop or Greg Olsen or Heath Miller, Todd Heap. He's not even better than them. So I don't forget. It's just, some people just let it hear themselves talk, man.
I can name like 40 tight ends better than him.
Exactly. So
what the fuck are we doing, dog? What is going on?
There'll be some terrible takes out there.
There is going to be some terrible takes. All right, so obviously we have off season coming up. Starting next week, we're going to really hop into baseball, MLB futures, win totals, etc. Started on Wednesday, right? Wednesday we're going to do it?
Wednesday, yeah.
Starting on baseball?
19th?
Yeah.
No, 19th, next week.
No, we're starting on the 15th.
The 15th?
MLB. Yes. We talked about this, bro. I got it written down right here.
I thought it was the 19th. I didn't write it down.
I got it written down. Hold on.
Send me a picture.
We got NL Central on the 15th, AL Central the Sunday after, so that's like the 5 to 20th. AL West, AL East, NL West, futures, and then we start the regular season, but it starts the 15th.
Yeah. I can't fucking wait.
Yeah, baseball's coming up, bro. We here. We are
hey,
here.
Sorry, we're gonna take a little, not necessarily break, but a break from football. We didn't talk about what our second beers were.
We're not gonna take a break from football.
I'm just saying we didn't talk about what our second beers were.
Oh, I thought you meant for the season, because I was gonna say XFL's coming up, dude. Irv and I were talking. We were talking about XFL last night, dude.
Have fun with that. Jesus, pass.
Bro,
pass.
there might be.
I see all these USFL commercials. I'm just like, who gives a fuck?
Fuck the USFL. We're talking XFL. There might be some money to be made though. We were going over some rosters last night and shit. We're like, there's some good money to be made here.
Yikes. Fucking yikes.
What's your second beer though, Ben?
No, so my beer is going to be Track 7. So this is out of Sacramento, California here. 7.7% sour. This is called Smashingly Delicious. So it's a tropical punch-inspired kettle sour ale. It's got pineapple, orange, lemon, lime, cherry.
Love it.
And grenadine in it.
Oh, love some grenadine, dude.
Boom. Let's make it bright motherfucking red.
Whoo. Does it taste like a Shirley Temple?
Yeah, more so like a Shirley Temple than what's that soda? That's what I expected it to taste like, that fruit punch soda.
Hawaiian Punch?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking it was, but it tastes more like a Shirley Temple.
Okay. All right, I'm drinking I'm drinking a Pure West. This is an unfiltered West Coast IPA. This is from Pure Project. Good brewing company out of San Diego, California. This is 6.3%. Got a nice little
that's a cool logo.
White can. It's good so far. Took a couple sips. It's pretty solid. Not gonna lie. But let's hop into some futures for next year. So Super Bowl just ended today. You can bet on futures for next year. There might be some good value, to be honest, if you take some futures this year. Like, for example, if you were to take the Eagles last year after the Super Bowl, you could have got them like plus 6,200. And by the time after draft and free agency, they were like plus 1,000. So, like, there's a lot of value to be had here. So, let's go through some of these right now. So, Chiefs, obviously the favorite, plus 600. Patrick Mahomes still their quarterback. Josh Allen plus 850 with the Bills. Eagles plus 900. So, values dropped a lot since their last offseason bet. Bengals plus 900. Niners plus 900, which I think has zero value considering they don't have a quarterback.
We do have a quarterback. Fuck you.
Cowboys plus 1,500. Ravens plus 1,600. Chargers plus
you laughing over there, Irv?
Chargers plus 2,000. Packers plus 2,500. Jaguars plus 2,500. Lions plus 2,500. Jets plus 2,500. Also a team without a quarterback. Rams plus 3,000, which I don't understand why that's so high.
Well, if you're gonna hop on the Jets, you better bet the Jets ASAP because they might be traded for Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
So that's a good point, which is why we bring it to this. Like a team like the Jets plus 2,500. If you think they're gonna get a guy like Aaron Rodgers, you take this now because when they get Aaron Rodgers, they're gonna come down towards
plus 900
or less. They're gonna come down plus that Chiefs line. So I mean, what do you guys think here?
Bet the house on Denver plus 3,000.
Sorry,
bro. Y'all don't have a quarterback.
Broncos country.
There we go.
You gotta have a quarterback, bro.
We got a quarterback, and we got Sean Payton.
You got a fucking washed up quarterback.
You're a Cardinals fan. Check yourself, buddy.
Okay, so
all right. So if the Broncos win the Super Bowl, you gotta find me a pair of these off-white ones and buy them for me.
Nah, because that's a terrible fucking bet.
Well,
so what if the Broncos don't? Yeah, what if the Broncos don't win? What are you gonna get me?
Well, if the Broncos don't win, I'll buy your IPA.
I'd still take that bet. I'm not lying.
I gotta buy you a pair of off-whites.
Oh my god. Cardinals at plus 2,800, Colts plus 2,800. The two teams without a coach.
So, but I got a question here. If we've got Lions at plus 2,500 and we've got Jets at plus 2,500, does that mean Lions are in the running for a new QB?
No, because Jared Goff was great.
They had a good year. Now, if they would have continued on that number one pick, shit like they was at the beginning of the year before they went like 7 or 8 in a row, then they definitely would have replaced Jared Goff. But there was some smoke that they was super interested in CJ Stroud, but they start winning all those games, and for the foreseeable future, Jared Goff is going to be their quarterback.
Where's the Lions pick?
They got a lot of talent, dude, and like they're in the position to take the best player available.
Yeah, hands down, they got like the second or third best O-line in the NFL.
I was about to say they might have the best offensive line in football.
They need another receiver for sure, though.
Yeah, they could also use another pass rusher.
Yeah.
Like you use another DB.
Detroit's got the 6th overall pick.
Yo,
that got to be from a trade.
From LA.
They're in prime position to take the best player available,
and they have 18.
Yeah, shit. You better start. What's their odds to win their division next year?
dude? They're winning the division next year.
Yeah,
there's no odds out there, but you better take it as soon as it gets out there because they're winning that division next year. I have no doubt about it. They're winning that division next year. Bro, they were hella good this year. They almost beat the Eagles.
I think we have a drink bet on Minnesota coming back down to earth in their 1-score games, by the way. And I think you owe me a drink for them. But
I think hands down the Lions might have the best roster in that division next year.
Yeah. Oh, what's our Vikings bet?
That the Vikings were going to come back down to earth.
They did. They lost their first playoff game, dog. They didn't even make it past the Giants.
In the 1-score games.
Yeah, I don't see them. They're not going 10-0 in 1-score games next year. No,
they definitely ain't going 500 in 1-score games next year. That shit evening the way the fuck out.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm with you guys. I don't see the Bears. I mean, I think the Vikings could put up. I mean, they got to get rid of their fucking quarterback.
I was going to say the Vikings may have the worst quarterback in the division if we're keeping it 100.
I don't know, Jordan Love. We don't know anything about Jordan.
I would take Jordan Love over Kirk Cousins for the money all day. And who knows what the Packers situation is going to be? I mean, if they trade Aaron Rodgers, right? They could draft
Zach Wilson, Milf Hunter.
They're not going to trade for Zach. Zach Wilson's career is over in the NFL.
With a new round of milfs in.
I think they're going to probably they might get a first round pick. Because at the end of the day, a team is going to have to pay Rodgers 50-something million.
Yeah, it's a lot of
That's
money.
definitely going to hamper that return. So they'll be lucky to get a first or a second. And Aaron has a no trade clause too, so they might want to get him out of town as soon as possible. So I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't even go for a first round pick.
Bro, you know what's hella funny? Oh my god, we didn't even talk about this. Derek Carr.
Oh yeah,
said that he will turn down any trade.
That's a huge fuck you to the organization.
Yeah. Mr. I want to be a Raider till I die. If ever I'm not on the Raiders, I'd rather retire. Yeah, he just basically gave them the biggest middle finger he possibly could.
Yeah, I mean,
but I get it. He gave his fucking life to that organization.
Yeah, I get
and they're
it.
just like, yeah, bye, Felicia.
Like the old saying goes, he who laughs last, laughs best. And that's what the fuck Derek Carr is doing right now.
He's also trash.
Yeah, he's definitely trash. And teams will probably look at that like, damn, that's fucked up. But hey, it is a business, and it's rare that a player gets to stick it to a team like that. So,
but I mean, it could also be his agent. Sorry, Jordan, go ahead.
That's the Raiders' fault for signing that contract, giving a no trade clause.
Yeah, when you give you only give. Yeah, they getting too free with this no trade clause. Only quarterbacks that deserve no trade clauses is like Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers. He has earned the right to have a no trade clause, but you don't give a Derek Carr a no trade clause. But that just goes to show how dog shit that franchise is and gonna continue to be. And I'm like McDonald's. I'm loving it. I don't wish them no good. So
I'm loving it.
Where are the Saints draft? So, they traded their 10 to
the Eagles.
Yeah, they to the Eagles. The Eagles got their draft pick,
but he probably wouldn't even get a.
Yeah, he wasn't getting the first. I think the Raiders was looking for a second or a third.
Yeah. Okay, and the New Orleans does have San Francisco's 30th. So, like,
Carr's getting cut though, so they say you get cut as early as tomorrow. So
yeah, you can cut.
But it could also
before
be
March
like,
11th.
I want to go to New Orleans, but I'm not going to give the Raiders that first round pick.
No,
make their team.
He said he's not accepting no trade.
Well, yeah, but like he is trying to hold the ball in his court, so he can say, "I'm not going to let you guys get something that my team would have had. I want my team to have that 30th overall pick."
He's saying that
to pick somebody.
He's basically saying that you don't want me, I'm not gonna let you give me up for something.
Yeah.
So he's forcing them to cut him.
Yeah, he's gonna make him eat the dead cap, and he's gonna go off and be a free agent.
Well, his dead cap isn't even that much, so
yeah, it's not, but it's still dead cap.
Everybody after 21 also is one step up because Miami's first round is forfeited.
And I do think that there's teams that would be interested in Derek Carr. I mean, especially a free agent. The thing with Derek Carr, this is the one thing. Derek Carr rejecting a trade, like he's not gonna make as much money as he would next year, which I think he's taking this too personal with the don't trade me situation, because a team could sign him and there could be negotiations, but I don't think a team is if Aaron Rodgers gets traded, right, to let's say the Jets trade for Aaron Rodgers. All right, where's the next landing destination for Derek Carr?
I don't see him going anywhere else other than the Saints.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Saints or the Colts, because the Commanders have came out and said they're making a commitment to my boy Hal.
Yeah.
Finally. So
that makes me happy.
So really, at the end of the day, like he's only hurting himself.
I mean, he could also go to Seattle. I don't know how much value they see in Geno. I mean, Geno played great for him. But
Geno's basically Derek Carr, dog. Why would they?
What's that?
Geno is Derek Carr, but he's probably a better version of Derek Carr.
I don't know if Geno's a better version than Derek Carr.
Nah, it's basically the same fucking guy.
I think Derek Carr is still a step up from Geno.
I disagree.
I mean, how much does Kirk Cousins have on his contract?
Way too
he got
much.
2 years left, I think.
Yeah, they can't. They can't cut him, dude.
Where does Tennessee go with a QB? Tannehill's not great. Is he as good as?
I mean,
they might try to give Malik Willis the keys next year.
No,
I don't know, dude.
Downgrade.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they're not finna invest in Carr, sorry ass.
Atlanta. I mean, is Atlanta going to go after Ritter? Like, are they going to actually play Ritter?
Well, yeah, I think Atlanta's in the.
They got to at least see what they got in Ritter first before they entertain another quarterback.
Yeah, I think they're in a good position, like where they can draft guys around him and draft best players available and let Ritter show you what he got for a year.
Yeah.
And I love Ritter, dude. I love Ritter coming out of Cincinnati.
Yeah, he didn't look bad in his starts. He just didn't have no healthy weapons.
Yeah.
Outside of Drake London.
But he wasn't fully healthy either. So,
So, I don't know. Carr is going to be slim pickings. It's either going to be the Colts or the Saints, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's right. Or the
Houston
Dolphins
doesn't get their QB.
They're definitely drafting a QB
at number 2. Yeah,
there's no other way. It's either they're gonna draft Bryce or they drafting CJ.
Yeah, Texans definitely draft. That's the other thing is like the Bears' first pick. I don't think has as much trade value as they think that they do. They have.
Yeah.
Because I don't think a lot of teams are like looking to trade up.
Well, it does Young. If they want a specific QB that they're afraid Houston.
Well, yeah, if the Colts want to go the young route, I could see them trading up, but it's not going to be everybody's just going to be trying to, it's not going to be an arms race for the number 1 overall pick because there's not a lot of teams that need a QB right now.
Yeah.
Well, not only necessarily.
There are a few teams that need a QB.
Yeah,
You've got Vegas.
Yeah, but those teams can easily go to veteran route.
Yeah, that's true.
And the Jets are not going to go the young route because they able to win now. So
Yep. That's why I think the Bears having this number 1 overall pick, I think might be the worst fucking number 1 overall pick for a team that doesn't need a number 1 overall pick of all time.
See, okay, but what if you say the Jets take Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, that takes them off the market.
Like they know that they're only going to get Aaron Rodgers. Good Aaron Rodgers for another 2 to 3 years.
They're not trading up for a number 1 pick though.
That's all they would need because if they go back to being dog shit, they could just find another. Find another bridge QB or they try to give up some draft capital to get one.
Yeah. I think the only teams the Bears are looking at trading for that pick is the Texans and the Colts. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, maybe the Bucks, but I don't think the Bucks are gonna like trade up hella spots, hella draft picks to move all the way
you got
up.
Bucks fans out there pandering for Malik Hendon Hooker now, so you know.
Yeah, I don't.
They've just given up on Trask, huh?
I think the Bears, they're in the worst position for a team that has a number 1 pick, dude.
Yeah, because what are they gonna do? Draft? They got to draft Will Anderson.
Yeah, they might end up just drafting Will Anderson number 1,
or Will that Anderson? Lineman from Northwestern,
or that
Will Anderson is what?
An edge guy.
Okay.
Because
from Bama,
the Texans are sitting right behind them, right? And they know the Bears don't want to draft a quarterback.
Exactly. So they're not finna mortgage their future like the Bears did to trade up and get Trubisky.
And the Bears are out here. They're trying to blow smoke, being like, "Oh yeah, we're really interested in Bryce Young." Like, yeah, okay, y'all interested in Bryce Young? My ass. Like the Bears' only hope is that a team like the Commanders, which aren't going to do it because they have Sam Howell, who looked pretty good at the end of the year. And
it's the Colts moving up from 4.
No, because rumors are coming out that they love Mayo guy, mayonnaise in his coffee guy.
Shut the fuck up, dog.
This mayonnaise in his coffee guy. What the?
Will Levis. He puts mayonnaise
dude.
in his
Will
coffee.
Levis is nice.
What?
Though.
That's disgusting.
Will Levis. Mayonnaise in the coffee is nasty, but Will Levis, I think, is going to be pretty nice. Irvin disagrees with me. We have a disagreement here on the player, but I like Will Levis, but
Will Levis is gonna be a Dollar Tree Carson Wentz.
But at the end of the day, Irv, you have Bryce Young, you have CJ Stroud, you have Will Levis. Those are the 3 top quarterbacks in this draft.
Not to me.
Who do you have over Will Levis?
Consensus, yeah.
Who do you have over Will Levis?
Hendon Hooker, Jacob Hayner.
Jacob Hayner, I love Jacob Hayner, but he's not over. You can't put him over Will Levis physically.
Yeah, because of his stature. Yeah, everything else is a better QB.
But okay. I mean, at the end of the day, in the NFL, his stature does have some.
Well, you keep drafting your Will Levises and give me Jacob Hayner.
Okay, the last Will Levis that was drafted was Josh Allen.
Time out here. Is Baltimore re-signing Lamar?
No, they gonna franchise him, and now it's coming out that they might entertain trades for him.
So they're gonna need a QB. Would that be someone who would trade that number 1 spot?
No.
I don't think they're even giving up that much draft capital.
Nah.
But they don't deserve Lamar too, so I hope they go back to the shitter. Shout out to all the Ravens fans out there. What, bro? I don't like the Ravens. I'm gonna wish well on them after that Hail Mary in Denver. Man, fuck them.
I personally think Lamar.
Damn personal hate right there.
I personally think Lamar's gonna be playing for the Ravens next year. Personally, that's how I feel it. And
probably, but hopefully he gets traded or sits out because they're gonna He said he's not gonna play under a franchise tag.
They'll re-sign him, but I think their reservations are fair, dude. Like, the guy hasn't played a whole year in 2 years. You know what I mean? And like, that was always the concern about Lamar, is that his strength was.
Yeah, but is that his fault though?
I mean,
he has to make every plays because they refuse to put good weapons around him outside of a tight end.
Oh my god! Well, we can talk about tight ends all day, but like at the end of the day, Lamar Jackson's strength is running the football. Being
but
athletic.
He's got exponentially better at throwing the football, and the weapons that they got for him can't stay healthy. So he has to overcompensate.
Nah, I disagree with you, dude. I think that I agree. I mean, on both sides, I see both sides of the story. Like, but at the end of the day, it's like the Ravens. Can you blame them for a franchise paying the guy who's best ability? If you
love him enough not to pay him, you should love him enough to respectfully let him go and seek other opportunities, or somebody that's willing to pay him the way he's supposed to be paid. Because
no, they're bitter as fuck that he doesn't want to.
Because at the end of the day, you can't. Or Lamar Jackson is pretty much now that Brady's retiring, he's pretty much a top 5, top 6 quarterback.
Yeah, but his best strengths are running the football.
Okay, if you put him on a team with weapons, put Lamar Jackson on the damn Dolphins. Do you think he had to run for his life?
Yeah, but the problem is that you take away his strength of running the football.
They're not going to take it away. They're just going to only use it when they have to.
I understand.
How
long can he continue being that type of quarterback? If Lamar isn't that quarterback that's running and making plays with his legs, what kind of quarterback is he?
He's still going to do that, but in Baltimore, he has to do that, or they have no chance at winning. If he goes to a capable team with capable weapons, he only has to use his legs when he wants to.
Nah.
No, I can't have. I need Tua to come back next year. So
Tua is not coming. I mean, he might play next year, but
he might not be. Better sell it now, because one more concussion and he's done. Even if I don't even think he takes the risk to get one. Honestly, I think he should retire.
He should, but
I don't think he will.
And you should have sold that jersey in the middle of the year when he was like an MVP candidate.
I know. Believe you me, I know.
You dumbass. It happens though. All right. So what do we think about these futures next year? We've been arguing for a minute.
I already said bet the house on the Broncos. Sean Payton gonna get the job done.
Bro, I'll bet the Broncos on no. I'll bet the house on that.
I'll bet the Broncos don't make the playoffs next year.
Yeah,
and I bet the Niners don't finish the season with a quarterback again.
I would bet the Broncos not to make the playoffs before I would bet the Niners to finish the season without a quarterback.
Yep.
Or Josh Johnson will be the quarterback again.
I'll bet the Broncos. I'll tell you
Josh Johnson is done forever.
Or I'll tell you this. The Broncos will finish in third place or worse in their own division next year.
Agreed.
And the Cardinals will be coached by Vance
I don't
Joseph.
give a fuck about the this has nothing to do about the Cardinals. This has nothing to do with the Cardinals, bro.
And Kyler will be playing center field for the Oakland Athletics next year.
Hopefully. Next year. Damn, as an A's fan, I hope so. But no, this has nothing to do with the Cardinals. The Broncos will they're gonna finish third or worse in their division next year. I'll bet you that.
Yeah, Cardinals plus 28,000. Yikes.
Yeah, the Cardinals don't even have a coach.
Yeah. All right, so my short shot, not my long shot, but my short shot to win, I'm going to go Bengals at plus 900.
Not a bad pick.
I'm going to go Jaguars plus 2,500.
I'm with Irv, dude.
Too. My long shot is going to be, my mid shot is going to be Jets plus 2,500. And my long shot, I wouldn't take anybody over 4,000.
My long shot's gonna be the Commanders plus 6,000.
That's a dumb waste of money.
No, it's not, because I think they have a legit defense, and they got Sam Howell, who I think is a legitimate quarterback. But I'm with you guys. I'm with both of you that I think my best bet for futures next year at this point is Jaguars plus 2,500.
Big Jags, I like Jets at 2,500. I don't understand why Packers at plus 2,500.
Well, it's gonna change soon as if.
I think you could look at. Sorry, Irv. I think you could look at the Chargers at plus 2,000. What's their draft pick wise this year? Chargers have 22nd overall.
Yeah, but they're also not in a terrible position either.
No, absolutely, but I think they need more weapons. I don't know. Cleveland? Where's Cleveland?
Well, that's an interesting team too because obviously they have
3,500 for Browns. Yeah.
That actually might not be terrible value, Ben.
It's in a not great division though for them. It depends. I mean, it depends on Baltimore how they do. It depends on how much of a step Small Hands takes in Pittsburgh.
It's a good,
but they've got the Bengals. They'd be a wild card team for sure.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
A wild card team can take it.
I think there's a lot of good options here.
Yeah,
I do think if you're betting right now though, before the draft, before free agency, I think the Jaguars plus 2,500 is some pretty good value considering that Trevor Lawrence has. He's looked like a bona fide franchise quarterback this year. The only problem with the Jaguars is, he plays in the same conference as Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen and Joe Burrow.
Yeah, but you just got to win one game.
He plays in the conference with the 4 best quarterbacks probably in the whole league, which contradicts things. You know what I mean? So
San Francisco plus 900.
That has no value in my opinion because they have no quarterback.
Yeah, fuck you. We have a quarterback.
No,
we got the second best tight end though.
That too.
Nah, I just don't think that we don't know who the Niners quarterback's gonna be next year. And they have the best
Breaking
roster.
News, Mahomes is going to sign a 10-day contract with an unknown NBA team.
Who?
And lead them to an NBA title.
Who
knows?
Who's going to?
Mahomes.
Yeah, right. 10-day NBA contract.
The Phoenix Suns. Or the Milwaukee Bucks. And hope.
No, not the Milwaukee Bucks. Not happening.
10-day contract.
Should be good though. We got any best bets for tomorrow or not? I haven't even looked at tomorrow's slate.
I didn't even look. I was too busy with the
football
today.
I'm pretty sure you'll post something tonight, Jordan.
Yeah.
Best bet is.
What's the best bet?
That
Denver Broncos not making the playoffs.
Nah, the best bet is that we're going to have a show on Wednesday. That's the best bet.
That's the best bet. Hey, best bet might be
show on Tuesday, bro.
Best bet might be North Carolina minus 4.5 tomorrow. To be honest,
nah, I think Miami gonna whoop their ass.
I don't know, bro. At North Carolina, market's down on them right now.
Yeah, they've been mid, bro. Like you said.
Hey, the best time to bet on a team is when they're mid, because the market's down on them. Give me North Carolina minus 4.5 tomorrow. We'll lock that up. Let's go. Thank you everybody for joining us. Sorry, I'm trying to lock that. I actually like that bet. Actually, tomorrow, North Carolina, can't wait. I'm betting on them. But thank y'all for joining us. Hopefully y'all tapped in with us all year and won some fucking money. We really appreciate y'all for locking in with us. Make sure to go to Tavour.com or download the Tavour app straight to your mobile device. Use promo code TAPROOM for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. For Mr. Big Ball and Ben Larson.
I got a best bet. Texas minus 4.
Oh, I knew you were gonna say that. I knew that was gonna be your best bet.
They gonna whoop Texas Tech ass.
The square bet of the day. The square bet. For Mr. Big Ball and Ben Larson.
That's me.
For Swerving Irvin Washington, I'm Jordan. Stacks on stacks on stacks last. Make sure to join us Wednesday night. We will be tapping in. We'll be talking about MLB, NL Central. Let's go.
Number 2 tight end in the league. That's right.
Let's go. Have a beautiful Monday, y'all. Hopefully y'all won some money on the Super Bowl. Hopefully y'all tapped into our show because you could have had a good day. But if not, fuck you. Let's go.
Shout out to all the Eagles fans out there. Keep crying about that.
Eagles fly.
Fly, Eagles fly.
Eagles cry.
Bet they don't try to climb those grease poles tonight's out there in Philly.
Oh no, they're fucking ransacking their city.
They're probably a ghost town. They deserve to lose flipping over that car before the game.
Yep, no, they're destroying their city tonight.
After they lost,
the Rocky statue is coming down.
They're gonna be here, Rocky.
Yeah.